It's June 12, 2022. The raspberry new growths are coming up nicely, and this older cane, you can see most of the flowers are now turning into fruits. A lot of them, like these two over here, looks like they were pollinated quite well. And here are a few more. Looking good. We're gonna get some nice raspberry fruits soon. The asparagus is still very tall, lots of flowers. Potato is getting really huge, taking over the bottom of the pot. Mulberry still growing, lots of new growth from the bottom. Here's the grape, lots of new growth, and there's some flower buds still forming. Not sure if they're actually going to open though. The onion flowers, you can see this one over here is going to open really soon. Saffron is pretty much dead now. We can put them away. Blueberries are forming nicely. Let's take a closer look. Yeah, you can definitely see the berries getting fuller. Here's the rhubarb. You can see this flower stalk is still forming, even though I trimmed them. The wildflower pot looks a lot different, as you can see over this week. There's a lot of growth. Here you can see lacy Phacelia flower buds forming. And in the same pot we have California poppy, which is right here. And right here, I think this one looks like baby blue eyes. And over here, I think it's another Phacelia. And over here we have sweet alyssum. Flowers are already forming too. The broccolini again is flowering quite a lot. These are probably gonna be harvested this week. Here's the sweet pea, a lot of flowers, and you can see pea pods forming over the plants. It's getting quite tall. Here's more flowers. Here's the first pea pod. I'm gonna harvest it today. And here we have the Cuban pepper, lots of flowers forming. And here's the shishito pepper. This flower, it looks like it has opened. And the jalapeno, the tomato is starting to take over the planter. Here's another set of flowers forming. It's getting really big. Wonder what that first set of flowers is looking like right now. Yeah, the flowers have faded. Not sure if the fruits are gonna form though. And the beet that I transplanted, this one looks quite healthy. It's starting to establish. This one doesn't look like it's doing too well. And the peony flowers, you can see I harvested that first one. And the second flower, still opening. Probably gonna harvest it soon as well. And sadly, the rosemary, it's not gonna establish. You can see it's dying. Here's the lavender. a lot more purple than last week. Flowers are still forming. They have not opened yet. And here are the bulb plants. Looks like a lot of them can be put away now. Gonna clean it up a little bit more. The summer snowflake seed pod doesn't look like it's gonna yield any seed. I kind of squeeze it and there's nothing inside. And here we have the nasturtium. The vines are getting longer and we can already see some flower buds forming. And here's another one, lots of new growth. Basil, you can see the purple basil is pretty much dead, and this other basil is also dying. Second attempt, I think I failed. Mint, nice, lot of new growth. The hydrangea flowers are changing colors now. You can see here this one, a bit of pink. Here's some more flowers, also pink. Here's the sweetheart hoya. The vine is getting very long. And this other hoya, let's check that flower. And you can see the flowers have opened. Pineapple. This new pineapple head is looking a lot bigger. Quite some growth. The fruit itself is pretty small. And the pitcher plants, you can see the pitchers forming. This one looks very healthy. And it seems like most of the new pitchers that are forming are from this one of this new growth. And here you can see a bigger pitcher that is also forming. It's a lot more advanced in the formation. Can kind of already see some water inside too. And you can see a flower stalk forming from the zebra succulent. And over here is the frizzle sizzle. The older leaves are still hanging around, but also you can see new leaves forming from the bulbs. And this section is going to be the harvest of the first peony flower. The petals are a little dried on the edges. I think it's because it's too hot. Maybe I didn't water the plants enough. This one is still opening. So I'm gonna harvest the one on the left today. And here we have it, the first peony flower. And in the same week, I'm gonna also harvest the broccolini. And this is the harvest for this week. Here you can see I combined the harvest from last week and this week from the broccolini. And also one single pea pod. the first one. And here is the broccolini baked. Very crispy.